about 2:30 AM here in Split, and that's where the gig is obviously happening tomorrow. You know what, actually I don't want to wait till tomorrow. Let's go now. Damn, I spun too far. It's 10 AM on Monday morning and I'm actually leaving to go back home to Tokyo in an hour. Here's an idea. Let me just jump you back so you can see what happened. 5:08 AM, or 5:09 now, the journey begins. Saturday morning in Tokyo, it's even busy. Good morning folks from Tokyo, Japan. It is 7:31 AM here. I'm at Narita Airport, which is quite quiet right now. I did the very smart thing of getting up at 4:30 this morning for this flight to Croatia, just so I could get myself first in line, which I succeeded to do, to get myself an emergency exit row seat because of these ridiculously long legs of mine. So thankfully I've got myself an exit row seat and I'm going to be able to sit down in a bit of comfort, which is a very nice thing when you've got a long trip. I've got a 14-hour flight to Warsaw, Poland, and then I fly to Zagreb in Croatia, which is I think an hour and 40-minute flight, and then I've got roughly I think a 45-minute flight down to Split in Croatia, which is where I'm going for this big concert that I'm going to be a part of the team shooting. Lucky for me, I have some leg room. Thank you. After an 11-hour flight, I have arrived in Poland, so I need to hurry up. I got 1 hour between flights. I'm in Croatia. This is crazy. I'm in Croatia. It was only like 48 hours ago or something I got a phone call to come and be here. My grandfather was born here. If I haven't already mentioned that, I'll probably mention that many times, although where he was born is now Bosnia. It used to be Croatia when he was born. It was all Yugoslavia back in the day. So anyway, I'm here and it's going to be a crazy trip, but God, I'm tired. I'm sure I look exhausted because I am. This is ridiculous. There's some people standing behind me there that I was standing next to at the wrong carousel by accident that happened to be from Adelaide, my hometown. Like, what? Zagreb, city that I flew into. It was about a 30-minute ride in the taxi from the airport to here, and their house is really nice. It's very old traditional style. This is Steve's partner's mum sitting over there, but the air is so clean and nice and feels very different here, but I still can't believe I'm in Croatia. It's so amazing. I've seen nothing like this in Tokyo. Hello friends, I have finally arrived in Split in Croatia where the show is going to be held tomorrow. It is just after 12:30 AM. I left Tokyo, I guess, around 30 hours, maybe 30 something hours ago anyway. And I'm finally here and it's pretty exciting. This is Steve who brought me over. These are his two sons, Rocky and Ante. And this is Branko, who is very kindly taking us everywhere we need to be. And man, this is just mind-blowing to be here. I just learnt that this city is 1,700 years old, and this is where, what was the emperor's name again?
It was the Diocletian.
There you go.
Diocletian emperor, the Roman emperor, that built the palace. 1,700 years ago, and he built it mostly for the noblemen and for his army.
Look at this. There is the stage for tomorrow's gig. And this is going to have, I'm told, 50,000 odd people around here. Is that right? That's what they're expecting? 50,000 people?
We're expecting about 50,000 or more.
Or more. Holy crap. So all this is going to be cleared out, is it?
This is all, no, this stays, but around here, this is all going to be full of people. The cafes are always there, but you will see from here all over and probably on the boats. So people will be all over the place and all the way down. People will be actually watching and enjoying the performance of Thompson.
Wow, this is going to be amazing. That's a really long area down there. What an amazing trip this is going to be. So something just happened. I just fell through the stage and whacked my head. I was standing on a riser part and I was jumping down to show Steve where we're going to put a camera. That's going to leave a mark. And
are you alright?
Sorry, Jason.
The board somehow or another moved. Yeah.
Are you hurt?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
How are you feeling actually?
I just fell through the stage. Apparently it was impossible for the board to do this, so one of the guys said afterwards, jumping from the drum riser to here, and just not even the drum riser rather, just the riser here. And I actually fell through the stage, and thankfully the ground underneath the stage was out to about here on me. The stage, and it whacked me in the head, and it hurts a little, and I'm extra tired already. I hit my elbow, I've scraped my head, and this here is the war wound that I now have. It's pretty severe, but thankfully I think the bleeding's stopped now. It's not as bad as it looks. It was pretty phenomenally, like, holy shit, what's going on here? But I'm going to just zoom back out.
I love how you're doing it yourself.
And I'm alright, but it was pretty epic, and it's rock and roll. What do you do? Yeah, well, I'm alright. I'm back at the room. It's like 3:20 a.m. I've been awake for, it's got to be over 30 hours. I hit my head and I thought it was alright. There was no bump until a couple of hours later. And look what's happened here. I assume you can see the welt that's come up on my head here. Does it hurt? I'm not really sure. It probably looks worse than what it kind of is. That's one hell of a bump on that noggin. And I've got some paw cream. Luckily Steve had some paw cream with him. And he also had some first aid antiseptic with him, just by chance. He doesn't normally bring it, but he bought it this time. So there's my head. I'm going to sleep. Good night, everyone. Welcome to show day. I am on the stage here. This is Rocky, who's Steve's son, who's helping me out. Rocky's a good Croatian Melbourne boy. And I've got a couple of GoPros sitting here. There's the preview of me right there. I'm going to set one to time lapse, so let's see how we go when we look at it through the app. Up in the sky here, this absolute legend is Ivan, who's rigging up a GoPro up there to get an overhead view of the stage. What an absolute champion for going up there and doing that. How's this for epicness, folks? There is our GoPro in the sky. And here it is on my phone. So we can see that there now. That's what it looks like from the phone view. Where I'm standing here in the middle of the stage is pretty much where Thompson will be standing for most of his show. And this is what he's going to see from here. It's pretty cool. Hey Steve.
Hey, Jason.
This is Steve Ravic. He's the one who gave me the call to come out here and do this show. Thanks for getting me out, mate.
No problem. Good to have you here. We'll have you on board.
This is our second time working together, and so this is like crazy because there's going to be 50,000 plus people.
There are already 50 plus thousand people here at the moment. Now there's a very important soccer match happening at the moment as well, and we're about an hour and a half from showtime. Now, you know, we've been saying 50 plus thousand because we didn't want to say like 100,000 and then end up having 70,000. But the way it's going at the moment, there's going to be 100,000 people here today or tonight, and it's going to be huge. Now this show was announced only 4 days ago, and I mean, take a look at that. The entire Riviera is already practically half full, so it's going to be awfully crammed and awfully packed in that audience tonight. I might mingle amongst the
do some camera shots
show as well, and and capture some of that too, if we can actually get out there. Because at the moment, I mean, you see already, we're an hour and a half away from showtime. There are no support bands whatsoever. It's only Thompson, and the Riviera is already practically packed. So
there's a bit of space over here, but
well,
definitely
yeah,
this area is insane.
Within an hour and a half, everything is going to be chockers. It's going to be totally full. And even over there, people are already gathering on the side there because they know the main soccer team of Split, Hajduk Split, is playing at the moment. So as soon as that game is finished, then everyone's going to come swarming onto the Riviera here, and there's not going to be room to move. So
insane. And just for the record, you can see that my head has slightly repaired. It's still pretty fucking terrible, but I'm suffering a bit of exhaustion from not enough sleep and dealing with the stress of this and what have you. But we're doing a good job. We've got a lot of cameras set up. We've still got more to go, so I'll be back later.
bolje integrirani tako da je bilo čas i ovdje dobro.
TSS job done?
Yeah, well done, man.
How do you feel, mate?
Fucked but good. Thanks, man.
So my pleasure. Thanks for
really
getting me out. This was an incredible experience, Steve. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
He called me 3 days ago, and here we are in front of 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's definitely 100,000 and more than 100,000.
I think it probably
because
is.
That's full. That's full. That means we are looking at 150,000 people.
Wow.
150 can fit up here. 200 can fit in here. I can't tell how.
I know, it's hard to tell, isn't it? I gotta tell you all who are watching this, here's what blows me the most about this whole experience is you've got about 150,000 people out there. The power, like the PA died maybe 3 times. No anger, no yelling, no fighting, no bullshit. This crowd has been incredible. Everyone's been really well behaved. Now, can you tell me the significance? I didn't even know this until they were announcing something earlier. This is a national day of celebration, right?
Tomorrow is the National Day of Celebration.
And what's it celebrating?
Well, it was called Operation Storm, and it was when Croatia, when the war ended. And
okay, so this celebrates the end of the war.
Celebrates the end of the war, the day of victory, the day of justice, and the day of Croatian independence in peacetime. The day when peace began in Croatia.
That's beautiful. Well, this crowd, they're just so happy.